week or so. Yeah.
Lord.
Mhm. Okay, and just so you know, I don't have the option here to be able to do the closed caption or the what you call it. It's not down here.
You want the closed caption on for everybody?
I'm not sure if it's supposed to be on for everybody. We used it the last couple of times. I know the one time we used it was because Carl was in session,
Right.
but then it got asked on, I think Monday maybe for us to use it with Sahu Speed. And we realized that sometimes the closed caption doesn't align with what the speaker is saying.
It
So,
doesn't always, yeah, it doesn't always pick up all the words.
okay,
I'll
so,
put it on.
okay. All right,
Mhm.
I'm going to start sharing my screen.
All right, and I'm going to begin the process of taking us into Facebook. Once again, I will announce that we are live.
All right, there we go.
All right. And we are live on Facebook.
Grand Rising, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wake up, everybody. We are live in Facebook and on Zoom, and it's day number 334. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Grand Rising. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Coach Sheryl Glenn, and I will be your presenter for this morning. Happy Wednesday. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the space. Welcome on Zoom, Grand Rising, everyone. So in order to participate with me for today with Destination Higher Self, I'm asking everyone to grab their favorite essential oil, or if you don't have an essential oil, a citrus fruit or some cinnamon or nutmeg powder, or your favorite scent of any kind to participate this morning. So good morning, everyone. Grand Rising. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day number 334. Grand Rising. Welcome, Sister Louise. Welcome, Sister Stacy. Welcome, Sister Afriye. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome, Sister Marie. And welcome to everybody that's soon to be joining us. Welcome even to everybody that will be watching this in the recorded version. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Grand Rising. Happy Wednesday. Make sure you also have your journal and a glass of water. Always with me. I want you to stay hydrated. So get your water. And if you got your wake up cups, put it in your wake up cup. I got my wake up shirt on this morning. Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Sister Teresa. Good morning, Sister Candace. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Peace and blessing, family. Good morning, Coach Sheryl.
Good morning.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wake up, everybody. We are at day number 334 in this virtual community, and I love it. Welcome, welcome. My name is Coach Sheryl Glenn. For those of you who are seeing me and experiencing me for the first time, I am a holistic health practitioner, an aromatherapist, a Reiki practitioner, a creative, and a maker. And today I will be talking to you about destination higher self. We're going to actually go on a journey. So first I want to have you please make sure you have your favorite essential oil with you this morning, or if you don't have essential oil, you can bring a piece of citrus fruit like a lemon, a lime, an orange, a grapefruit. And if you don't have that, you can use either cinnamon or nutmeg powder, have some of that on hand, which most people do have that in their kitchen. And if you have none of the above, just grab whatever has your favorite fragrance in it. We are going to be working with your fragrance today and with your sense of smell today as we go on our destination. So drink your water, stay hydrated throughout this process. So I want to first ask this question to everyone and have you think about it while I give you my answer. What did you want to be when you were a child? What did you want to be when you were growing up? I'm sorry, when you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? What did you want to be when you grew up as a child? For me, I'll answer first. I wanted to be a doctor and a pediatrician in specific. And the reason I wanted to be a pediatrician is because in my hearing as a child, I heard of a child who had, so I grew up in Bed-Stuy in brownstones, and I heard of a child who had slid down the brownstone railing and hit the other part of the brownstone, which is the next level railing, and split open their face. Completely split it open. And as a child, when I heard about that, I just thought they weren't going to make it. But within a couple of days, we heard that they, got sewn up and they were fine and they were healing and they were well. And so to me, that was like magic. That was just like unfathomable that somebody could crack their whole face open and get repaired. So I just thought, that inspired me to want to be able to heal people and help people to be repaired, and especially children. So when I was young, I thought I wanted to be a pediatrician. And so I want to ask you, like you folks, what did you want to be, or what did you think you wanted to be when you were a child, when you grew up? So Tiffany or Charmaine, would you bring in a voice of one of our participants who wants to share their answer?
Sure. We have, and I apologize if I butcher your name, Ambibola, wanted to be a teacher. Ambibola, can you join us?
Abimbola. Sister Abimbola, would you join us? Would you give us your voice or come on camera if you would and tell us about your experience in wanting to be a teacher? What inspired you for that? Yes, she is.
Please. Yes. I I remember my now you said child, but I remember in junior high school wanting to be a home economics teacher. I loved my home economics teacher. And my mother used to buy cakes and have us take cakes to our teachers. And that teacher loved me, and she just was so special in my life.
Nice.
And I and I can't remember her name, and it's just ironic that you're bringing that back because I never thought about this here. But what happens is I did end up majoring in college in home economics.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, but I forgot her name, but I love that teacher. I was just so special to her. And I think, I know what happens because I was the seventh girl. And so maybe I was getting extra attention or something.
Okay. You were the seventh of your family or in your class?
Say that again.
Were you the seventh girl in your family?
In my family. My mother had 7 girls and 1 boy. My brother was the youngest, but I was the 7th girl. But I loved that home economics teacher. And,
nice.
And I said, when I grow up, that's what I wanted. I want to be a teacher. I want to do just like what she did. And nice. I think it was the caring and nurturing, whatever she did for me.
Wonderful. So let me ask the second half of the question, and everyone also can answer this, and I'll have one more person share their story. The second half of the question is, are you doing what you thought you wanted to do? And if not, why? So
okay.
You can start with your answer for that. Are you doing I mean, that's not necessarily a division anymore, but are you doing that in some way in your life?
I did it to a certain extent in terms of my career. I changed my career, but I did in terms of I ended up majoring in home economics and consumer studies at Brooklyn College. And then I ended up later on starting a baking. I had a very successful baking business.
Very good.
And I'm a seamstress. I sew.
So yeah, you're in there. You're doing those things through your business and through yourself now. Maybe not necessarily doing the teacher part, right? Not the teacher in school in the traditional way, but you're doing those other 2 things that she activated within you in terms of home economics things that related to making a home.
Right. But I do have 25 years of academic experience because I was an academic advisor in college. So, and I did teach introduction to, freshman seminar. So, I dibbled and dabbled and lived, walked the path in certain things. So yes.
Do right now? What is it that you do right now?
I am happily retired. I'll be 76 years young, and I am happily retired.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. That's wonderful. And let me ask you this: how are you? What do you do in life that you still love, that aligns with what you did, that was your passion when you were a child? What do you do now? Because just because we retire doesn't mean we don't do anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things, but I realize my mission in life is to serve, and I give and help others. I swim every day. I'm a swimmer. I walk. I no longer bake, but so I do other things, but
thank you.
I'm living my life like it's golden, enjoying my golden years.
Beautiful. And congratulations on your retirement and being such a vibrant and young 76-year-old. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your share. Wonderful.
You're welcome. All right, peace.
Thank you. So if we have one more person share what they wanted to be when they grow up. And are they doing it now? Boy,
We have,
time goes fast at 7.
yeah.
This is my first short, so bear with me. We might go over.
We have Z, who wanted to be a teacher and an educator.
Yes.
Z, you want to join the conversation with Sheryl?
Thanks, family. Yes, I always wanted to teach. I always was teaching somebody something from the time I was little. If I knew it, I taught somebody else how to do it. And I wanted to be an actor. And I remember, younger, we always put on shows for the children, neighborhood children. We put on shows for the families, and from the time I was little. And I'm now a griot, so I'm doing both. I'm an educational entertainer.
Wonderful, wonderful, very powerful. Thank you for sharing that. That you see that you wanted to do those things as a child, and then you saw how you carried them out always in your life, always teaching someone. And having met you in the behind the scenes of WU, I know that you do have a teacher spirit and want to share everything that you learned. So thank you for that. And I want to encourage everyone to begin to look at the thread of what you had in your childhood that you wanted to do and be, and where are you in? Are you practicing it now? Are you doing it now in any way in your life? The reason I ask that is because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a pediatrician. However, I am a healer. I discovered that there are other methods and ways in which that I could still bring about my desire to help others and to heal others as I went along. I never dropped the desire to help others be restored to themselves. And so that's part of my work. But I only recently discovered that that's my actual calling. That's part of what I'm here on the planet to do, to add value to the planet. So I want us to take a little journey. And as we take this journey, I want you to bear in mind that we're going to take a journey in nature. And the reason that we're going to go into nature is because when you're in nature, there's a part of you that has to interface with nature. There's a part of you that has to interface with the environment around you. And in that interface and in that interaction, it causes your nature to come out. All the masks get pulled off, all the layers, all the things that are we think we're supposed to do, or that we've adapted and adopted because of others' desires for us to do and be and have. We have to interact with nature as our true self. So you share that nature that was placed into you. The nature that was placed into you by the Most High is also in presence in everything in nature, in the plants, the flowers, the trees, the water, the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and wind. The nature is in all of that. And so when you interact with all of those things, your nature comes out, and you have to have your nature. For example, if you're outside and it's extremely hot and you're wearing inappropriate, you have on layers upon layers upon layers, your body's going to do what it needs to do. So it's going to sweat in order to cool you down until you decide, let me take off some of these clothes. So you can't stay in nature doing what you think you want to do. You have to react, you have to respond, you have to reply to what nature is demanding of you to do. Same thing if it's cold. So we're going to take a little trip right now to a farm. And what I want you to do is to just sit down. If you're laying down, maybe you can sit up. If not, just lay down comfortably. And I want you to just be present. You can open your eyes if that works for you. If not, you can close your eyes. I'll have some images there for you if you do open your eyes. And I want you to be with us as your younger self. I want you to go back as far as you can remember between the ages of 6 and 10, and the highest and most positive experiences that you had at that time is what I want you to bring forth. So let us we can start with the video. We're going to start with taking 3 deep breaths. And they're going to be belly breaths where you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So before we take these 3 deep breaths, I want you to grab your favorite scent, your oil, or your citrus fruit. If it's a citrus fruit, you want to smell the rind. So your essential oil, whatever you have. And today I'm using Stress Away. It's a blend that has lime and vanilla, and it's a really wonderful blend. And you're gonna put 2 drops, 3 drops in your hands, rub it clockwise, deeply inhale. And exhale outside of your hands. Deeply inhale. And exhale outside of your hands. One more time, deeply inhale. And exhale outside of your hands. If there's any oil remaining on your hands, you can put it on the back of your neck where your brain stem is, where your head meets your neck. And if you're doing this with cinnamon powder, you don't want to breathe in too deeply, but you can take a drop of it, put it in your mouth, and then swirl it around and inhale that from your mouth. If you breathe it in while it's in your hand, the powder, it will go all up your nose and won't be too bad, but it might be uncomfortable. If it's your citrus fruit, you want to breathe in the rind. And if it's your favorite scent, you want to smell that the best way that you're comfortable. So now that we've inhaled the oil, I want you to just sit and calmly reflect on yourself as a 6 or 10-year-old. I like the 10-year-old age. And we are in a group together and we are going on a trip. And I'm your guide. And we are taking a trip to a farm. And by the power of the internet and magic, we are actually going to be transported there right away. We are at a farm in Utah. And Utah is such a mountainous, beautiful, nature-filled place. And we are there. And we can see the white peaked snow mountains, although it's hot. It's a hot, hot summer day on the farm. And we see the beautiful surroundings of lush greenery all around us. There is so much greenery, and then there is nature. And as we walk around this farm, we can see that it's a bright, bright, hot, sunny day. So we are walking around this farm and we're going to take a seat in the grass together and sit down in a circle and just feel the weight of our body just sink down into the earth, and the grass and the earth is supporting us. And we take a deep breath and feel the rest that brings for our bodies just to be sitting on the grass, something that most of us who live in city dwelling environments don't do. Even if we live in the country, we often don't take a moment to sit in the grass. But we are children, we are 10-year-old children, girls and boys, just filled with joy, but taking a moment to sit in the grass and feel the grass under our body. And we take off our shoes and our socks and we put our feet in the grass. And we wiggle our toes. And we think about life and what we will be when we grow up. And we just stay with it for a moment. And then the farm is huge and we want to explore the farm. So we get up and we begin to walk around as a group and we explore parts of the farm where there's horses. We're looking at the horses, and they're beautiful, beautiful horses. Tiffany, once the video plays, you can loop it again. And the beautiful horses are there. And we go and we pet the horses. And sometimes some of us are brave enough to take a carrot and actually feed the horse from our hands. And it tickles. And the horse is happy. And we are happy inside that we got to interface with an animal that's 3, 4, 5 times our size. And it's just amazing. And then we go and we take a walk and we look up at the beautiful sky with the clouds and just breathe that in and think of all the possibilities of what life will be for us as we grow. Because we're young and we can be and do anything we want to be, that we want to be when we grow up. And then we take a walk again and we go and we see there's little sheep. There's little sheep over there just blah and making noises and looking around and eating the grass. And we go near them and we want to pet them, but we just stay back and we watch what they're doing. So it's wonderful to observe these animals in nature and how they interact with nature. And watching them does something for us. Some of us may be a little bit timid and shy, and so we hang back. Some of us may be afraid because we've never come that close to an animal of that kind before. And some of us are brave enough to actually reach out and pet it and feel the soft, soft, woolly skin, woolly hair, the fur. And feel that sensation and what it feels like. And we laugh and we giggle and we talk about it to our friends. Yeah. And then we leave that area of the farm and we walk around and we see a field of purple flowers. And these flowers are so beautiful. And they're like a pinky purple. And they're just calling us to just walk through that field. And we walk through that field and we just feel so alive, just being amongst flowers all around us. And the flowers are speaking to us. And they're telling us their secrets. And we're listening. Yes. And as we come out of the flowers, we notice that we see some baby chicks nearby, some tiny little baby chicks that are just wandering around. And we go over to see if we could pick them up. They're so little and fluffy and furry and oh, they're joyful. So a couple of us will pick them up and pet them. And it's just so interesting. We've never picked up something so fluffy and furry and light before. Yes, and then we interact with those guys. And then when we leave the baby chicks, we notice that there is another row of flowers. And these are lavender flowers. And these flowers have formed into a maze, a labyrinth, if you will. And so we take a walk through these flowers, one by one, going through this maze. And in this maze, we just leave behind all things that bothered us anytime that we thought of something that bothered us. If we saw a bee and we got nervous, if we saw bugs and we got uncomfortable, if we didn't feel comfortable with the animals, we're leaving all of that behind. We're going through this maze. And in this maze, we go through it and we figure our way out. And we make our way out on the other side and feel so proud of ourselves and so accomplished and happy and filled with joy. And after the maze, we then take a nice walk down to the water. There's a little stream where the snow is melting off the mountain caps and streaming down into a little stream that meets on the farm. And we go over there and we sit down again on the earth. And we put our feet in the water stream. And it's cold, but it's refreshing because the day is hot and we're sweaty from all the interaction with nature. And we're hot and we're being cooled by the water in the stream. And so we have water with us, so we drink our water. We drink our water. And we look around the farm one more time and we see lavender, more lavender fields, and we see butterflies. And we're just feeling tranquil and peaceful inside and refreshed and rejuvenated and get ready to go home. And as we're traveling home by the power of the internet and magic, we become our adult selves as we are right here, right now, today. And we walk together and we stay together and we talk about how amazing the day was at the farm and who we are in this world becomes apparent to us. Because at the farm, every layer of what we thought we should be was taken away as we interacted with nature. Our true self came forward. Our true self interacting with the animals and with nature. And we're here right now. And you can open your eyes if your eyes were shut. And we can release the video. Thank you so much, my admins, my awesome admins. And now I'd like to have someone come on and share what that experience was like for them, taking a trip on the farm and holding in their mind what they wanted to be when they grow up and who they are and how they are living that out right now and what that opens up for you. And I'll give you a couple of minutes and I'll tell you again that what nature does when we're in the elements, fire, water, earth, air, and we're interacting with those elements, our true self comes forth. We don't have any layers anymore. All the masks are taken off because nature forces that out of you. And so that is where your spirit gets empowered and strengthened when you interface in nature. And you shed the layers and masks to deal with whatever comes up in nature. And so that's the best place to find yourself, your true self. Whenever you want to discover yourself, as Queen Stacy talked about yesterday, hug a tree. Go out and hug a tree. Drink some water. Take a salt bath. Interface with nature. My favorite two are water and earth. And so that's why I brought you today to the earth. One of my favorite places on the planet is Young Living Farm in Mona, Utah, where they distill plants and create essential oils. And so I wanted you to experience just a small bit of what that was like being in nature, spending a whole day but the childlike aspect of you comes out. So anyone want to share? Charmaine or Tiffany, please pick someone. And I know it's 7:32. Before I even hear from someone, I just want to acknowledge that it's 7:32. And folks, if you have to leave, I understand, please do. And please just take my contact information, which my beautiful admins have dropped into the chat. And yeah, and definitely watch the replay and see what's here for you as well. Thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning. And day number 334, which is, in my counting in numerology, it's a 1 day. And so I wanted to bring you back to square one.
Okay, I'm not seeing any raised hands, so I'm going to go intuitively with Marie Lavelle. Marie, can you join us in the conversation about your trip on the farm today? All right, thanks, Marie. Anyway, Nija, can you join us?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. Thank you. Coach Sheryl, that was so wonderful. I was taken back to my 6-year-old self and just walking through the grass. I took my shoes off. I sat down and I started rolling like I did when I was younger. I would roll down a grass hill.
Nice.
Something that I would not dare do today. But it was wonderful. It was truly wonderful. And I love how you said by the power and the magic of the internet, because I was there. I was 6 years old. And then you brought me back. And I wanted to stay a little bit longer,
Yes.
just because of the feelings that it invoked and the remembrance that I had as a 6-year-old, and what I wanted to do as a child and how I'm living that out today. So thank you for the journey.
Ashe, Ashe, you're welcome. So what did you want to do and how are you living that out today?
So when I was younger, I wanted to be a teacher and a lawyer. And I think I wanted to be a teacher because there are many educators in my family. And I just remember having such respect for teachers. And also, I thought that teachers were so powerful. Um, they stood at the front of the class, they imparted knowledge, and then the power of the red pen in the correction of, your paper or your exam. I love that. And I wanted to be a lawyer because I also thought that lawyers were these powerful, knowledgeable people that advised others. And so today, um, I have a few different hats that I wear. I find that I am a teacher. I find that I'm not a lawyer. I did not pursue that after taking my LSAT, but I do advise people daily in my professional life. I present information to them and then advise them on which way to go and the implications of their actions. So
Awesome. And that's wonderful that you're able to see the thread that comes through. And that is so powerful. And so much what I wanted to impart to you all today is to activate your higher self, activate your true self by going into nature, using the elements to support you. And when you activate your true self, reflect on how you can add value to the world. Reflect on that. You don't have to go so deep as to what's my purpose, because sometimes the thought of that triggers people or makes them feel frozen. But think about how you can add value to the world. And it's often tied to something you did, said, or were when you were a young child. So I wanted you to take that journey into nature with me and to really get your true self activated so you can be in touch with your higher self. Because your higher self is the real you. It's the real you, and it's the you that will not be stopped by masks and layers and other people's opinions and societal norms and these things. So I want you to just really be in touch with your higher self and push through to whatever it is that you have to offer and bring it to the world. Don't judge it. Don't worry about it. Don't wonder about how it's going to happen. If you open yourself up to the Most High doing the thing that you were inspired to do, the hows you don't have to worry about the how, because everything in the world will conspire to make that happen for you. Everything. I did not know that I was a healer. But I knew that I made that agreement when I was a child that I wanted to be a healer. And so all my life, there's been people around me telling me things that were, that manifested a healer, that I manifested a healer, that I was always a person who listened and who gave counsel and who was nurturing and who was into herbs and supplements and different things like that and shared them with folks. So there's many, many different ways in which we can heal. It doesn't have to be the traditional route of going to medical school and being a pediatrician. So I just want you guys to be present to that and to utilize nature to support you. And so with the essential oil that you use, if you use an oil or any of the things that you use to smell, when you smell that scent, I want that to let you go back to nature, because we anchored it in by using it when we started going into nature, right? And so whenever you smell that scent, let it take you right back to that space and let it bring you forward. When you come forward, then think about, okay, how can I add value to what it is that I'm doing or seeking to do in the world? And that's living from your higher self. When you are doing what you're inspired to do by the Most High. So if there's any more comments, questions, feedback that anyone has before we close it out this morning, I'm definitely open to hear it. What's being said in the chat, ladies? What's on Facebook?
Yes, from Facebook, we have Rukaya, who wanted to be a kind priestess, then a lawyer to advocate for others, and was told, I argue well, LOL. I am indeed a healer, a nurse practitioner, and definitely advocate for all my clients.
Beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful. So
When-
also looking at what you do today, let us always look at how can we add value to that? How can we add even more value to what we do? Because there's always a level we can take it up a notch.
Yeah. We have Wendy from Facebook. She wanted to be a dietitian. Said, I became a food and nutrition high school teacher. I later studied holistic nutrition, baking, and I believe it has to do with pastries.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm stumbling this morning. I'm sorry, Wendy. And Jacqueline said, oh, I forgot my other dream was to be a dancer, and I fantasized about being a singer, but I'm not a good singer, LOL. I do all I want to be except the surgeon thing, but I am an avid reader of medical studies. Yes. I have a daughter who thinks because she's watched all 17 seasons of Grey's Anatomy that she's a doctor. So yes, live it.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing. And so something in her may be called in that direction. So in whatever way that will manifest, that may not be, she may become part of, OCME, the office of whoever wanted to be a surgeon. You may not, your surgeon abilities may not necessarily come through with cutting humans, but maybe there's something that you'll be surgically involved with. Just all I want you to be present to is to be open to other ways in which that thing you wanted to do, be, or have will manifest in the world. And you'll be surprised. You'll be shocked and amazed at how it can manifest and will manifest in a different way in the world. So if there are any more comments, questions, does anyone have a question? Or anyone have a statement about the meditation, anything?
Yes. Teresa said, the imaginary brought me right back to summer camp trips to upstate New York. Those were the best years of my life. I found myself holding the chicks and feeling their hearts beat in my hands. That's fascinating, and wanted to know more about how their furry bodies work. I work in healthcare, infection control, and now patient safety, and still find science, the body, instrumentation fascinating.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't even think about how their little heartbeats, that beat so fast when you hold them. and what that feels like in the hand, and especially of a little child. That must be like amazing to feel that you're holding life. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sister Teresa. Okay, any more comments, feedback, questions? Anyone not see the connection between who you were wanting to be as a child, being in nature and touching base with your true self, and then connecting into your higher self and living in your higher self? Does anyone not see the thread? Does anyone need help with that?
It appears everyone is aligned with your mission today. No
Aw-
comments, no questions.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Then I would like everybody to then now take your oil, your citrus rind, your cinnamon powder, whatever it is you have, and let's inhale it again. Let's drop it in our hands and inhale it once again. Let's just run the energy of it all over our whole aura and put the remainder of it on the back of our brainstem. Third eye, if you so choose, which is really your first eye, because that's really where you really see. And then know that anytime that you smell that scent that you just anchored in, let it take you back. Let it pull off any layers. Let it take you back to being your child self in nature, and let it activate your true self in you and get you to destination higher self. So if there are no more comments, questions, feedbacks, ladies and gentlemen, I am complete for today. And thank you for being with me on day number 334 of the Wake Up Everybody virtual series. And we are complete. And ladies, my admins, thank you so much for your wonderful, powerful support. And just thank you. Thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to go into Cheryl's special offer today. To support you in discovering your gifts for the world. Wait, I'm sorry. Just experienced a hiccup there. Sheryl is offering with the purchase of an essential oil or cosmic bliss body butter, receives a complimentary and customized birth sign oil blend with crystals honoring your sun sign. This offer is valid through June 30th. Oh, gotta get that.
So yes, you can see me on my website, or you can just contact me through Facebook or through Instagram or through email. That will be the best ways to reach out to me, to get the offer, or to make the purchase, or to ask any questions or comments or anything that you need. So it's at Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's Your Bliss Zone. On Instagram, it's at Your Bliss Zone, and the email is yourblisszone@gmail.com.
Okay, coming up tomorrow, Thursday, May 27th, please join us and Nigel Wilson as she facilitates the revolution is real estate. We'd like to welcome all Woo Nation new members, so please drop it in the chat. If this is your first session, let us know that you are here, where you have joined a community where we have come to learn, elevate, and ascend. This is our schedule of sessions. You could join us live on Zoom or Facebook Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and on Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 7:30. In honor of our 1-year anniversary, have you gotten your Woo swag yet? Please shop us at bit.ly/wooswag. And thank you so much for joining us. Here's how you stay in touch. You can register for notifications with bit.ly/wake up movement. Facebook, bit.ly/woo community. On Instagram at woo everybody, wake up everybody virtual. And on YouTube at bit.ly/woo on YouTube. Lastly, if you want information, please email us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. At this time, I ask everyone to come off of mute so we can rain love and abundance upon Sheryl for her trip with us today to the farm. Let her know how much you appreciate your experience. Thank you, Sheryl.
Thank you, Coach
Thank
Cheryl.
you.
Thank you, Sister
Thank you,
Cheryl. That was
Cheryl.
beautiful.
Coach
Drop the
Cheryl.
work, and that just
Much.
made me feel such a peace.
That was
Such a
very
peace. I love
great.
your
Good.
voice. Thank you.
And I
Thank you.
realized
Thank
I
you.
You
enjoyed
and
My
visiting my
12-year-old
farm.
daughter enjoyed it too.
Back in
Thank
time,
you. Have a
really
great day,
appreciate
everybody.
it.
Thank you, Cheryl. Really enjoyed
Absolutely.
us.
It was
was
on the
great.
forefront of my
Thank you
mind,
so
thinking
Thank
about
you.
what it
Here.
was that I wanted to be. And this morning you come and align and lay it out for me. Thank you so very much. Taking me back to the
Yeah.
past. Such a blessing. Such a blessing.
Yes, it was. I
Thank you,
realized
Yes,
sister.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
For
you.
your
Blessing and
wisdom and your
Cheryl
knowledge.
for being a
great
gift to
day,
the
fam.
world.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Love
Appreciate
you. Peace
you.
and
Thank
blessings.
you
Great day.
Blessings.
for your tenderness, your warm, your nurturing tone. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes. Just what I needed. Thank you.